and we welcome you to N.E.W Mayhem live from the Alexandria Palace in our nation's capital in London. It is a night where N.E.W is planning ahead of chances and potential champions. I am Max Radix alongside my broadcast partner, the illustrious N.E.W World Heavyweight Champion Erwin, and what a night Mayhem should be.
Oh yeah, what an absolutely crazy night. We have ahead 3 women's matches, all of them for different reasons, but all of them counting towards the rankings.
I think we all love a bit of one-on-one women's action. Tonight we're going to get spades of that. The key note that's been underscored several times here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is planning ahead. The mad scientist Adrian Goldman clearly has plans after Riot 11, and a lot of the performers you're going to see tonight may have big parts of those plans. We are going to kick things off tonight with a 6-woman battle royal.
Huge battle royal to kick things off again. Not exactly the normal thing you tune into N.E.W and find on a Monday Night Mayhem, but that is what we've got here, as Adrian Goldman once again seems very determined to get the N.E.W women's ranking sorted out in one foul swoop here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Goldman not wasting any time. He knows he needs a firm #1 contender for the women's title at Riot 11. It's just too big a title to ignore. All of these ladies have designs on the champion. All of these ladies have history with the champion, and the question is really, because there's so many former champions in this match, Erwin, I mean, who's the favourite? Who's the wild card?
Well,
I think this one's wide open, really.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really say for sure who. I don't think there is a surefire winner here, especially in a battle royale situation. It does change things immensely. It's not your normal pinfall or submission circumstance. But I think the story that may be keen to keep an eye on here is Akane Matsuda and Emma Zander after the recent parting ways of Zander Enterprises.
Well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, Akane was somewhat brought under the wing of Emma Zander when she first came to N.E.W from the development territory EFW, and the rest is history. But there's no love lost there since the deformation, as it's being called, of Zander Enterprises. The outright implosion of that so-called supergroup has left a bad taste in the mouths of many in the locker room. This is not one for personal scores though, Erwin. It is, of course, all about the gold.
Well, yeah, again,
who will progress, who will move forward
closer, and it must be a huge leap for some of these in the rankings. Got Sakamoto Dixon trying to make quite a bang at Riot 11, did not manage to capture the gold. I believe this is the first time we've seen her in action since, barring the match against Alice Young.
That's a good point, Erwin. I mean, I think it's also interesting to note that we generally have a solid number for most of these contention matches for titles. We know generally after the match, you know, where they're going to be placed on that list. There's been no information given to us this night, so it's pretty clear that the boss, the mad scientist, has got something up his sleeve. Emma Zander, 5'5", 138 pounds, Boston, Massachusetts. I mean, the woman behind the man.
Yeah, the same moniker as her husband on those tights there. Emma Zander seemingly sick of trying to make tag team partners here, once again going it alone.
Yeah, I mean, we can't. I mean, we're on a streaming service, so we could, but we're not going to. We're going to take the high road. You want to read her tights? Or freeze frame?
Yeah, I think everyone at home can read.
We'd hope so. It's a digital age, who knows?
And here she is, the Lawbreaker.
Someone who's had a change in attitude as of late, but is by far the most decorated woman in N.E.W today.
Oh, Lisa Chase, the founding block, 5'2", 125 pounds from Blackpool, England, proud member of the Outlaws, the original Outlaws here in N.E.W, 2-time women's tag team champion, a 3-time
women's heavyweight champion. Done it all, seen it all, wants to do it all again. Lisa Chase is still, in my opinion, Owen, got plenty left in the tank. Surefire Hall of Famer.
Well, again, this new change of attitude could prove useful when facing 5 opponents here tonight. Of course, ditching the do your best, now doing anything to win.
I think it's an attitude that suits the Outlaws, quite frankly. They've always been on the tipping on that edge of good and evil, if you want to call it that, for a long, long time. At least they're honest about it, which is more than you could say for the likes of Xander Enterprises, or the former Xander Enterprises.
Akane Mitsuda, the Empress, rambling away there as we have New Japan royalty strutting down to the ring, doing it only the way she can, in 5'2" and 175 pounds from Kyoto, Japan, a former women's champion. Enter the Masuda.
Made her leap to N.E.W. and has been on a successful roll ever since, capturing that title and then soaring further and further towards it ever since, with a big opportunity once again here tonight.
Like the glorious eagle that she is, Owen, she will soar to the top of this division once again. Akane Mitsuda, many feel, including me I might add, it's only a matter of time for one of the purest strikers the game has ever seen.
Of course, the women's rankings, I would say the toughest ranking to climb here in N.E.W. by far. So much competition in that list. We're going to see most of them in this match here tonight.
Well,
most of them tonight as well.
You want to talk about titles, you want to talk about accomplishments, Owen. Let's talk about this lady right here, Alice Young. 5'5", 132 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Of course, a proud member of True Force, a former women's tag team champion and a 2-time women's heavyweight champion. But I have to ask you this question, Owen. Alice Young and Diana Simmons clearly still have designs on the women's tag team championships. So where does this match leave Young? Does it leave her running double duty, or does it leave her with a choice to make if she is chosen by Goldman to be the #1 contender for the women's title?
Well, of course, the Outlaws do face Foxy Valentines for the tag championships at Riot. So I'm assuming
well, if I'm
True
Foxy,
Force are happy to wait and pick up the pace after whoever picks up those championships after that and focus on the solo gold for now.
Right, yeah, okay, great point. But you know, if I'm Foxy Valentine or the Outlaws, I'm not really worried about each other because they've faced each other so many times before. I'm worried about Alice Young and Diana Simmons because let's face it, they are the force in women's tag team wrestling in N.E.W.
Well, interestingly enough, both members of Foxy Valentines and the Outlaws are in action tonight. Lisa Chase finds herself alone in this match though. No grudges for, well, maybe grudges for her here, but none as regards to the women's tag titles.
Well, the Mistress of Mind Games doesn't hold grudges, she just gets even. 5'8" and 152 pounds from Lisbon, Portugal, from the Scorpions, an EFW Women's Champion in her own right. Back in the day, she's had an impressive run since she's come to N.E.W. Owen.
Of course, teaming with the current Women's Champion, Sonia Jackson.
Another great point. Yeah, I mean, what would that do to the Scorpions, a very popular and successful team here already in N.E.W. if Farrier became the #1 contender for that N.E.W. Women's Heavyweight Championship. So conflicted allegiances here tonight.
And of course, you mentioned
for the Mistress
the rumours going round that Farrier was in fact trained by Sonia Jackson. We still don't know about that.
Well, you know, I've been trying to dig some information out about this, Owen, and I'm still struggling, frankly, to find confirmation of whether that's true or not. I mean, Farrier swears it is, as does Jackson, but no one else can seem to confirm or deny it. So, if it may have been done privately, you never know, but how long has their relationship being the way it is. You know, how far did these guys actually go back? I mean,
yeah, I mean, very quick to join Sonia Jackson when she entered.
The nature of their relationship unclear, but they are a deadly team, no question about that. Well, speaking of deadly, well, you know the protocol, put the kettle on, bathroom break, this is the time. 5'9", 135 pounds, however, it's a cool entrance.
If you're heating up any snacks for this, now is the time to go get them.
Sakamoto Dixon from Bangkok, Thailand, former EFW Women's Champion.
Of course, will have a grudge with Alice Young in that ring, after she still claims that it was Alice Young that cost her that women's title in that triple threat TLC.
The Queen of Strong Style, Sakamoto Dixon. Absolutely deadly. Of course, her and Akane Mitsuda go way back to the New Japan days, Erwin, so
yeah,
there's an old rivalry there.
And she's, of course, met Farrier in that ring before as well. I mean, Sakamoto Dixon has not made many friends in her time in EFW, and now is meeting some of them once again in N.E.W.
You know why Sakamoto Dixon hasn't made too many friends in EFW, Erwin? Because she was too busy winning matches. Sakamoto Dixon has been on one hell of a roll ever since she came to this company. Now she's got this chance on the main stage, and I'm a firm believer in this young lady. She could go right to the top of the mountain, and this is the perfect kind of match to prove that she can hang in there with the best. Not that she needs to.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly going to be a challenge. Battle Royal, 6 women here, set to try and knock one over the top ropes. 5 must be eliminated, and the one remaining in the ring will be the victor. This is going to be tough as always to call. It's probably going to be quite fast paced, at least to begin with.
Every woman in this match has held a title of some description, Erwin.
Barring Emma Zander, I believe.
Barring Emma Zander, yeah. So I assume that would make Zander the underdog here. But yeah, every other lady has already been to some form of mountain before in their career.
Yeah, of course, we've seen the level of improvement in Zander, but since Zander Enterprises have split, it'll be interesting to see if that confidence streak is still there.
Well, you may like caramel popcorn, you may like salty. The only thing that's absolutely clear is this woman kicks very, very hard.
And loves her entrance, that's for sure. I want to thank you once again wherever you're joining us for this live stream. Of course, you see all the associated media up in the top left there if you want to join us on any of those platforms.
Of course, it's fantastic to be back live in the Alexandria, one of our favourite stadiums here, both in N.E.W. and EFW.
Kitted out and ready for the chaos that's about to unfold here.
Oh my God, what a kick by Sakamoto Dixon onto Young.
And a snap suplex from Emma Zander to Akane Matsuda. That rivalry kicking straight off, as is the Alice Young and Sakamoto Dixon.
Oh yeah, all fours going right at each other, chasing Farrier of course in the far corner as well, grappling away. But this is chaos, ladies and gentlemen, in the early ongoings of this one. Battle Royale rules.
Back and forth here.
It is all
Lisa Chase!
Farrier's gone!
No way, she held on!
How the hell did Farrier hold on from that, Erwin?
I don't know, I thought she was out there.
That is tremendous reflexes by N.E.W's Catwoman once again.
Holding on and landing on the apron and quickly scooping herself under that bottom rope.
I possibly would have put a mortgage payment on Farrier being eliminated for this match right there. Tremendous otherworldly reflexes by Farrier.
Zander seems to be overwhelming Akane Matsuda here, but she's fighting back.
Yeah, I don't think Akane Matsuda is going to be staggered too much by Emma Zander's improvement. all due respect to Xander Akane, Mitsuda has been round the block more than
Faria
once.
has just been eliminated by Lisa Chase meanwhile.
Well, I think she was rocked, to be perfectly honest, by the earlier attacker, and I'm amazed she survived that.
Yeah, I don't think Faria ever made any kind of comeback there.
It was a good showing from Faria.
Oh, what a shot from
despite her early elimination. I mean, there's some hard hitters in this one. A lot of veterans. Faria is still relatively
look at
a
this.
newbie.
Sakamoto Dixon and Akane Matsuda now trying to eliminate the legend.
Well, why wouldn't you? Get her out of the ring early. That's a great tactic, both by Akane and Sakamoto Dixon, who are allies for all of 5 seconds. My God.
I mean, it's essentially down to Alice Young and Lisa Chase on who gets the credit for being the women's division here. I mean, Alice Young, of course, in the first ever match on Brawl. Lisa Chase, of course, arguably far more accomplished in her time here.
That's debatable as well. How do you measure success? It's measured by titles, yes, but in dominance?
Very true. Sakamoto Dixon now with an Oshigoroshi.
Love that move. Meanwhile, Akane Mitsuda, inflicting some pain on Xander there, and right over the top rope,
just like that, depositing her former tag team partner.
Vicious brawl
out to the outside.
I mean, there was definitely some grappling going on in the corner. I think I had forearm smash, forearm smash, right across the face of Xander was enough to stun her, and out she went.
Dixon and Akane here now going back and forth.
Akane's gone. They're coming thick and fast now.
Sakamoto down Dixon to 3 here.
Has eliminated the old enemy. We're down to 3.
Oh, those huge kicks from Sakamoto Dixon are rocking everyone here. German suplex.
Exploding German suplex by Sakamoto Dixon. The Queen of Strong Style has hit what hard tonight. 2 eliminations already, and with fire in her belly. She wants another women's championship to her name.
Chase back to her feet, double underhook suplex on the already rocked Alice Young.
Think about this, when we have the 2 founding blocks of the women's division and the future potentially of that division in the ring.
The future may just be ejected from this match, but she's holding on.
Yes, she is, bottom rope and all, punching. A punch to the belly of Chase and then going for the backdrop.
Young trying to catch her breath in the corner.
Yeah, Young's had a lot of punishment in this matchup.
Trying to wriggle out the way.
Sakamoto
Dixon here.
Forearm and another elbow.
But an elbow back from Dixon.
I think that one just hit a square on the nose.
Another Oshigoroshi.
Infamous manoeuvre.
Well, Dixon is proving her worth here against the veterans.
This will be a groundbreaking, career-making win for Sakamoto Dixon here, and if she could pull this miracle off here tonight.
Lumbar check to Alice Young. Sit out.
Fall out. Sit out, fall out.
Yeah, one of those things. To Lisa Chase there. Sakamoto Dixon up to the middle rope. Both her opponents trying to stand.
What a dropkick, ungodly dropkick, took out both Young and Chase.
Yeah, essentially flicking her feet into Alice Young as she formed the dropkick on Lisa Chase. Knocking both women to the ground.
Misses with the hard elbow from the second rope, that's why you call it high risk.
And veterans momentarily teaming up for a stomp.
Can't afford to roll out the roll here, Dixon.
Back and forth between those 2 now.
Has to go over the top rope, of course, to be eliminated. Well, that's a dangerous place to be. Young and Chase far too occupied with each other. That fall-away slam, modified fall-away slam once again by Chase.
Middle rope now. Big elbow. But Dixon is back up. Chase was ready. Perhaps not ready enough. With the knee that is braced, we must add.
Yeah, the brace knee, of course, it's obviously been cleared to compete. It's been covered many times in Dixon's past, both in the N.E.W. and in N.E.W. But that controversial brace coming in effect again for the Queen of Strong Style. In the corner goes Young. Oh, what a clothesline right over the top rope.
The back of the neck connecting with the apron on the way down. What a hideous way to fall.
Oh,
and it's
kicked in the gut. Oh, it's Jason Dixon.
My word, I mean,
how has it come to this? Big elbow to the spine.
Lisa Chase, 227 days as a women's champion, 3 runs,
It's
2
the
runs as
Icon
women's
versus the
tag
Legends.
champion, and the
It's the founding
EFW,
block versus the future.
the EFW women's champion here,
Inverted
former,
DDT.
trying to fight back here, trying to
Inverted
prove herself,
DDT by Dixon there with
Oh.
bad knees to the head.
not letting go.
Oh, and again, vicious strikes by Dixon.
Yeah, but
What
you
a
can see
match.
the fatigue setting in for Dixon here. It's been a tough match for her.
Oh, it's been a tough match for all these ladies. Faria might have been the lucky one here. It's been brutal.
And again, they must know in the back of their mind somewhere,
Oh, scoop slam.
Adrian Goldman must have a plan for the winner of this match. It's rare he
Big
does
elbow.
something like this. What an elbow.
In that corner, sizing up an opposition, stalking a prey. Goes for that knee
Could have been a mistake
Big
spending
kick
that
out.
time in the corner there.
by Dixon, using all the power left in the legs. Needs to capitalise now, with Chase being stunned. Going
Sets her
possibly
against
right
the
for an
ropes.
elimination.
Oh,
Big
a
clothesline.
clothesline.
There it is, Dixon. Dixon just eliminated Chase. The queen of strong style sits on top of the board in N.E.W. here tonight. What a victory for Sakamoto Dixon.
Huge victory there.
That's the biggest victory of her N.E.W. career by a mile, Owen.
And you've
By a mile.
What a victory, and you've got to think Sakamoto Dixon managed to eliminate quite a few women in that match. Outlasted 5 other women with arguably more ring time in an N.E.W. ring. Maybe not in rings overall.
That's
but
it. That has to be
definitely in an
considered a
N.E.W.
huge
ring.
shock, Owen. A huge, massive shock here in the women's division.
What a way to kick things off. And we move on into what's going to be just as chaotic, I can imagine.
Oh yeah, this is of course another one from the mad scientists are planning ahead here, and it's going to be Vega and Grime, both these men in the N.E.W. rankings, Owen. So we know the potential for that to be mixed into the bag at some point is right up there, and you got to believe that End Times and Magnum Opus are going to be here in force, because these two groups have had a lot of friction as of late.
Well, let's not forget, I beat Bart Brute at Brawl, so those rankings are wide open again. I'm looking for a number 1 contender, and the scary thought is, yeah, it could be one of these two. And as we say, they bring a lot of friends.
Vega and Grime are not short of friends, and they're also not short of ways to hurt you in unspeakable ways.
And we know who has the height and weight advantage in this match, but of course, with all that assistance on the outside, that is no doubt going to take place.
I have to ask you a question here, Owen, and I'm almost scared to ask it because it's something that's been speculated in N.E.W. for a while. Vega, the first ever N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion, been here since the very beginning. We're getting up to Riot 12 now, and some are saying that Vega is perhaps, dare I say it, lost the step. Is this the autumn of the Legend's career, or is he just taking I mean, he's still one half of the tag team champions. He's clearly still a dominant force here in N.E.W. But is the monster showing a little bit more humanity, or is it just part of the plan for Magnum Opus?
That's a very good question.
I noticed you didn't answer that question.
Yes. I'll leave that up
Thanks
to
for that, buddy. Just for the record, if he comes over here with a very large chair, I want you to protect me.
Well, hell no, if he comes up here, I'm getting out of here.
Well, Magnum
I'll have to
Opus
face him in the ring.
have once again come in force, as you would expect from the only
true supergroup in N.E.W. today. These guys are a unit. They fight for each other. They train with each other. They eat with each other. They socialise with each other. They travel with each other. They learn from each other. Magnum Opus, one of the most impressive tag teams I have ever seen in N.E.W's illustrious tag team history. And the enforcer, the defender, the ace in the hole, Vega.
Yeah, you can't argue with the level of success Vega has had in his career here and continues to have.
Two-time European champion, former US champion, two-time Intercontinental champion, of course still one half of the current N.E.W. tag team champions and the first ever world heavyweight champion. This man really, I mean, this man's going to get his own wing in the Hall of Fame, let's be honest. 7'4" and 6'4", it's going to have to be a big ass wing.
Well, yeah, 66 days as European champion, 108 days as US champion, 87 days as Intercontinental champion, 73 days as N.E.W. champion, and of course currently 169 days on those tag team belts.
With an extra man by his side, is this the invincible tag team? Vega's hard enough to beat on his own, you said it yourself. You put Rick Weaver in that equation, and what have you got? A pretty hard team to stop. It's a genius idea by Snake. No one ever gives him credit.
Well, what they're up against tonight is a little bit different from what they're used to.
Yep. It's gonna get a little bit grimy. He's 5'11", it's 235 pounds from Davenport, Iowa. He is a member of End Times and he has come with his master and his tag team partner Nate.
Yeah, interestingly enough, no sign of Joe Freeman here tonight.
No, yeah, that's actually a really
no
very
Jimmy
good point.
Falcon either on the side of Magnum Opus.
Well, perhaps Falcon and Freeman retrospectively have got the night off, who knows? Perhaps Magnum Opus and End Times have come here with the same game plan.
Well, whatever the case is.
Wait a minute, did someone just jump a barrier there in the background? I'm not quite sure what I seen there. Well, End Times are a demonic group, the disciples of the demon. You see their master there, the United States Championship, the Reaper. Arguably one of the most demonic individuals ever to step foot in an N.E.W. ring. Never been without a title his entire run, and of course the leader of this, well, frankly scary faction.
Both scary factions in their own right.
Grime and Vega go one-on-one. Mike Chitopa rings the bell. Oh! Running DDT there by Grime to kick this one off. I do not pity us. I do not want to change places, should I say, with our senior official tonight. I mean, you gotta feel sorry for Mike in this one. Essentially got about 8 men to watch at once. Vega already being distracted by the Reaper there in the corner, as you would expect. End Times, no stranger to these kind of tactics.
Well, again, neither a Magnum Opus, so it didn't pay off.
Having absolutely none of that. Has heard the rumours himself about him slowing down and has not appreciated them one bit.
Vega going to work on Grime here, who is going to have an uphill struggle regardless.
Just blatant choke there by Vega.
Oh, what a thunderous shot to the gut of Grime.
Jesus, what a underhook there, right to the, well, yeah, to the gut. In the corner he goes. No Rick Weaver there this time. Vega tonight is on his own, but when he's in this kind of form he rarely needs help. Oh, what a counter by Grime.
Reverse DDT. Very nice. But is it going to be enough to stop the beast Vega?
Club to the back there by Grime, who knows he has to stay on the monster to stand any chance of a victory here tonight. It's no disrespect to Grime, he's a great athlete in his own right. Vega's legs probably weigh about the same as Grime, so...
Well, yeah, Vega's a completely different beast altogether. It is not like wrestling a normal man.
like wrestling the Sasquatch, Owen.
Yeah, it's essentially trying to wrestle with the car.
Oh!
640 pound, 7'4" frame.
The biggest professional athlete in the world today, Vega.
Once again being distracted here.
This is the second time in this match already that the Reaper has reared his ugly head, and another reverse DDT there by Grime, who is clearly coming into this one with a tactic, that patented GB8 net wrench. He may be asked to break this hold here. I might just hope letting it go.
Oh, and another leg drop.
Great atomic leg drop there by Grime right over the windpipe, and still you see Grime here clearly focusing on the head of Vega, and that's a solid tactic here by the member of End Times.
Pick apart and make it hurt. Not a bad attack.
And the head, Owen. You know, I mean, concussion is obviously a factor in a prolonged match like this. Final left there by Vega. But everything this man does hurts, you better believe it.
His Simon's carry has taken Grime to the outside. Not a good place to be. Oh, for that exact reason.
Large shoulder connects. Grime flies into the barricade with force, and the monster follows. Mike Shatoba with this liberal count of 10. What a jawbreaker by Grime. Running DDT right on that wave of him.
Look at that. Meanwhile,
Snake and Vega are getting into it on the outside. Chaos. Snake trying to reason with the Reaper.
who didn't seem to like him getting close to the action there. Oh, Grime meanwhile. Suffering a very bad fate on the outside here.
Stakers seem to have had enough of the Reaper. Seems to be taunting the leader of Endgames again.
They seem to have lost focus in the match.
Yeah, Vega. Oh! He's focused, however. Beating the holy hell out of Grime.
The Reaper with focus back on the match, but may need to keep an eye on Snake on the outside here.
Who's keeping a very, very close eye on the Demon of Fleet Street. Won't be cheap shotted again. Well, a 7-time world champion. Oh my
Power
God.
of Vega.
Just tremendous power, throwing 235 pounds around like a paper bag. Oh, here we go, that patented Vega gut wrench, here we go. Watch this strength. Oh, right overhead, my God. A move that man made famous. Delivered only the way he can. Speaking of which, Vega bomb. Good night.
Yeah, right there.
Vienna. This one is over. That is all she wrote, folks. Mike Shatopa's down. 1, 2.
No, somehow. Grime has kicked out here.
I cannot believe what I just seen. I thought the gut wrench and the Vega bomb would be enough. The combination would be enough. 9 times out of 10 it would be. What a European uppercut. What a punch. Grime needs to capitalise. Here's another uppercut. Clothesline into the corner. Throwing rights and lefts like his life depended on it. Vega misses with a drop kick. Grime sidestep.
There's no idea where Grime is finding the strength.
Oh, what a club. And again. Chopping the tree down. And you're quite right, Owen. Where the hell is Grime finding this from? What nether region of his soul has he dug to here tonight?
Going to the corner. Grime in big trouble here.
Oh, big kick. Needs to hit this, and he does. No, sidestep. Sidestep by the monster. What speed?
Oh.
Big clothesline though by Grime. What a response. Takes the giant down.
Yeah, but you see his energy is drained, as it should be, from fighting such a monster.
What a match this has
And
been.
praised.
Oh, You've got to be kidding me. That's 640 pounds. Choke slam! Choke slam,
my
God! That was unbelievable strength by
But look at
Grime.
that, Rick Weaver up on the other side.
Saving his tag team partners, Bacon. That was a beautiful tactic by Magnum Opus. N.Time's getting a taste of their own medicine right there.
Grime having to continue this fight. Oh, look at that, Vega pretty much headstanding there. Just dropped in that position.
Just blatant choke there by Grime, of course. All legal here in N.E.W. That big knee right to the bottom of the spine of the monster. And as we often say, if they can't stand, they can't fight with an arm wrench. Reversal there by Vega, keeping Grime on the mat. Goes for a pin here. Shatopa's down 2. A lot of weight there. No! 2.9 by Vega. Stomp to the spine once again. Patented claw. It's Vega's own. There's no neck wrenching about it. It's just a pure feat of strength, squeezing the neck and the head. Almost in the vice. Snow shovel hands. Oh, what a counter there by Grime. Running DDT again, focusing on the head of the monster. Goes for a picture top as down 1, 2.
Only a 2.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal by both men.
I think Grime's trying to get the feeling back in his legs.
I can't believe he's still standing. I can't believe Vega kicked out. The monster though is rocking. And Grime is on a roll.
Snake is still hanging out near end times.
Well, the 7-time world champion holds no fear. A blatant choke there. Again by Grime, again focusing on the head, but again Vega.
Oh, look at this. I think he was going for some kind of submission there. I couldn't quite see what.
Yeah, clearly some submission was tried to be applied there, but Grime managed to counter it before it was properly locked in. Has gone right back on the attack after the reverse.
We're wasting no time. What's he looking
stalking
for here?
Vega.
Oh, look at the strength! Tombstone pile driver! Share to the dead man. And Grime rises. He has just beaten the monster.
And Snake has just fallen apart there.
Absolutely applauded her when he's furious.
What a match this was.
Being held back by security as we speak.
I mean, a hell of a ruckus on the outside between managers here.
Yeah, security is having to separate these guys, but the story's in the ring. What a victory. What a statement of intent.
What a shock. I mean, we've seen what Vega's
Undoubted shock,
capable of.
Owen. Undoubted shock. Vega, the monster. Well, if there wasn't rumours about the monster losing a step before this match, perhaps there will be now. Because this is a huge victory, not only for End Times, but for Grime.
Oh yeah.
What if the Reaper led that man to the N.E.W. World Heavyweight Championship? What would that mean for the landscape of N.E.W.?
Scary, scary thought. I mean, again, as far as I'm concerned, this is the climb to find a #1 contender. And Vega just beat the biggest guy around.
Grime just beat Vega.
Absolutely incredible.
Great matchup.
A great statement for End Times. And I'm sure Magnum Opus are going to be kicking and screaming all night after that.
Yeah, not a good night for the tag team champions or their manager. The Reaper will be, well, grimacing even more so tonight. I'm not sure if he does smile. Have you ever seen him smile, Owen?
Can't say I have.
Well, coming up next, it's our second women's ranking match of the evening, and this one could get ugly. It's a grudge match between Psycho Sonia and the Fox.
Yeah, of course, these two set to face off at Riot 11. Psycho Sonia, part of the Outlaws, Fox, part of the Tag Team Champions, Foxy Valentines, are set to face, as I say, at Riot 11, but tonight, to try and avoid any interference, it's a steel cage match.
Yeah, picking it out of EFW's bag right here. We're going to have it. Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on a second. The women's champion is out here.
Wow. Sonia Jackson, the current N.E.W. Women's Heavyweight Champion, is interrupting the search for her contender. And I'm sure the champion has a thing or two to say about the process. Who does the champion want to face? Let's find out.
Well, I guess not even concerned about her contenders here.
Yeah, no mention of her number one contenders whatsoever, merely answering the questions, the speculations about her so-called protege, Farrier. It seems Jackson didn't train her. Her father, Diamond, the legendary Diamond Jackson, trained them both, Erwin. That's a huge piece of news.
Yeah, it's almost better than hearing that Sonia Jackson trained Farrier.
Of course, Diamond Jackson, a part of the legendary tag team duo of him and Dominic DeNucci back in the Territory days. A legend in his own right, all around the Mid-South and all around Europe. Jackson, of course, claiming that the Scorpions are a tribute to her late great father, keeping the training style alive in the form of her protege and the Scorpions. Well, one question to answer, Erwin, but another one asked here, steel cage, and this one's personal between Psycho Sonia and the Fox. Gotta put you on the spot here, partner. Who's your pick in our traditional Rage in the Cage here?
Well, I think despite the Outlaws' change in attitude, the fans have stuck behind them. I see no reason not to. But of course, Fox has that. Fox does have the advantage of going in there as a champion without it being on the line. That may play into the mind games here, because you know that's going to be on the line next week.
Well, yeah, Psycho Sonia, Fox, it's a hard one for me as well. I mean, if I was forced to choose, I'd go for the Fox. The Psycho Sonia, has been beating the odds her entire career, 5'3" and 130 pounds, also from Blackpool, England, as is her childhood friend and tag team partner Lisa Chase, proud member of the Outlaws. They have won 2 women's tag team championships, and of course Sonia's a former women's champion in her own right. Accomplished young lady, perhaps arguably not as accomplished as her tag team partner, but we're hoping to do better than Chase did in the Battle Royal earlier tonight, Erwin.
Well, yeah, of course, Chase
Picked
got
the
to
post
the
by
end,
Dixon.
but yeah, did not make it to the finishing post, if you will. Sonia Jackson has 3 options to win here tonight, as does Fox.
Sonia isn't greedy, she only needs 1.
With that steel cage surrounding them, there's no chance their tag team partners are going to help out here tonight.
And with all due respect, has firmly earned her monarchy, Psycho. She's an unstable lady, to say the very least. Only amplified by the Outlaws' newfound attitude. Well, speak about attitude, you speak about self-publicising. There's a hell of a promoter, this young lady, of herself. The Fox.
Still isn't going down well with the fans here.
5'5",
you might be able to tell.
5'5", 132 pounds. One half of the tag team champions from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And Foxy Valentine's. 2-time women tag team champion already. Former women's champion. And of course the first ever dual women's champion here in N.E.W, Erwin.
Yeah, both of these women with 1 women's title behind them. 122 days for Psycho Sonia, 54 days for Fox.
Interestingly, very similar stats. Both ladies with 2 women's tag titles and a former heavyweight championship, Erwin.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, Sonia has the pull on days overall as champion, but you have to believe that Fox maybe pips the post in that respect, being the first ever dual women's champion.
Well, there is always that. As this steel cage match kicks off.
Hurricane landed by the Fox, kicks this one off quickly. The steel was barely down.
Yeah, Psycho Sonia came in running, but Fox was ready, delivered a huge kick. But Sonia trying to waste little time here as this goes back and forth.
Big backdrop by the Fox, who will have this match well scouted. Famous for a fastidious preparation for matches. Against the ropes. Misses the drop kick, completely misjudges it. Psycho Sonia stops the momentum with the ropes, and that stomp to the back of the head of the Fox. Could quickly change the momentum of this one. Into the ropes again, misses the forearm smash of her own.
Both of these women have fought each other so much.
Beautiful by Psycho Sonia.
So well scouted.
All around the world backdrop, beautiful. Drop kick to the spine.
Psycho Sonia may be looking to start to build some momentum here. Fox is rocked, but not enough.
Jawbreaker there by the Fox. Drop kick.
Precision drop kick. Straight to the heart.
Great suplex. The Fox has just improved on so many levels. Jawbreaker. She has evolved in every single measurable way. Psycho Sonia, a stalwart of this division, will just keep fighting until there's nothing left of herself or the Fox. Middle rope, high risk. Big drop kick and she misses. The Fox sidesteps. Scattered well. It's a Guri!
Just waited for Sonia to turn around to face her and deliver
poise!
Hideous enziguri there.
Presence by the Fox, Erwin. You're right, these two ladies know each other so well.
It's just back and forth inside this steel cage here.
Neckbreaker by Sonia.
Looking for a first escape of the night, I think.
I think she had to take a breath before she began the climb, and I think Psycho Sonia already feeling the effects of this one. The Fox finally back up.
Hands on the top.
Should catch Psycho Sonia.
Can she get her off the cage? Yes, she can. Comes back into the ring the hard way. Fox, the first woman back to her feet.
That's certainly one way to slow this match down. Falling off the steel cell.
Yeah, gravity will do it. Hard shots by Psycho Sonia, hard elbows to the body of the Fox.
Trying to recover here.
Snake eyes. Shades of the dead man.
Sonia refusing to let slip this control she's had after that first going in the matchup that was so back and forth.
3 of 4 by Psycho Sonia, and blatant choke there, just cutting off the air supply of the Fox. Goes right back.
Wasting
attack
no
on the head.
time.
Oh, driving the head right into that upper turnbuckle, and then those vicious shots to the elbow.
Getting a bit overexcited there with those elbows. Oh wait, arm trap, neck breaker.
Oh, beautiful neck breaker. Of course, Sonia does have the option to pin the Fox in this matchup, so the Fox has to keep sharp here. Oh my word, modified snake eyes on Psycho Sonia.
We're finally getting a counter here, but look at
Look
this.
at that for a counter. Talk about counters, sweeping the leg there.
That slam. Fox's face landed right into the canvas. Might be dazed here, and this could be Psycho Sonia's opportunity.
Tremendous strength by Psycho Sonia Irwin, just catching that foot in mid-air from the ground and sweeping it to the mat.
And well,
She's over the cage.
That's
it's
it.
over. Psycho Sonia has beaten the Fox, and there's nothing she can do but watch as both feet of the Psycho touch the floor. What a steel cage match that was.
absolutely tremendous stuff. And again, this does affect the women's rankings, which interestingly enough does not affect Psycho Sonia, because she is still classed as the #1 contender. However, with the journey toward that #1 contender to find the new #1 contender, she simply puts Fox down a peg, and that'll be good enough for Psycho Sonia.
Who knows with the mad scientist?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
It's all to play for.
with tonight being the way
I said
it
it at the
is,
start of the show,
indeed, who
folks.
knows?
It was a night of chances and potential champions.
We continue on with the women. This one being at the top of the women's rankings, if you will.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Nancy Valentine and Diana Simmons will go one-on-one here tonight. Our last women's rankings match, as you quite rightly said. Some would say these were the two women to beat Irwin. I mean, Diana Simmons with a lot more experience than the Fox's protege Nancy Valentine in winning titles, but it is undoubtable that Nancy Valentine has been on a roll as of late here, Irwin.
Well, yeah, Valentine finds herself here after a victory in a triple threat match against Lisa Chase and Akane Matsuda.
Undoubtedly the biggest victory of Valentine's career, and maybe that will give it a... Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
Well, this is not Nancy Valentine, it's not Diana Simmons.
It might be a woman.
I dare you to go down there and say that to his face. I dare you. He's a 7-time world champion and demands your respect. He's also the mastermind behind the current reigning undefeated tag team champions magnum opus. It's Snake. Well, Snake with an passionate promo defending his client, saying Vega, the monster, the man who lost tonight, demands a shot for the N.E.W. World Heavyweight Championship. It's hard to argue when it's put like that. What a stunning speech by a master orator.
Well, listing all of Vega's accomplishments doesn't change the fact he just lost in an NEW rankings match to Grime. It is Grime that progresses here tonight.
Well, let me ask you here something, Owen. I don't deny that, and neither did Snake. But Snake also claims that the only reason you don't want to face Vega is because you know he can beat you.
Well, he can't beat Grime.
Well, there you go. Hard to argue with it after what we've seen tonight. That's the shocking scenes of Grime picking a victory over the first ever N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion, the first of many, here tonight on a manic Mayhem live from the Alexandria Palace in our nation's capital. We thank you once again for joining us, and here we have it, the big one as it comes to the women's division. Here tonight, our third and final women's ranking match, Nancy Valentine versus Diana Simmons.
Yeah, as we fall into the last three of our scheduled matches here tonight, this one has been the story we've been following, of course. Akane Matsuda telling most of that story. Again, Nancy Valentine coming out the victor in a triple threat between Akane, Lisa Chase and herself. Now finds herself trying to cross the path of Diana Simmons, one half, a true force. It's going to be speed. It will be a David and Goliath story here. Whether David's going to win, I'm not sure. But it's going to be speed versus strength. We know that.
Quite right. Nancy Valentine and Simmons, two polar opposite styles. It has to be said. Couldn't find two ladies more different here on the N.E.W. roster. One the shameless self-promoter, one the steely-eyed professional.
And again with one-on-one rulings, it's not going to be like the cage match we just saw boxing. So we'll probably expect managers at ringside, and all hell will probably break loose as we saw earlier in the night. Of course, the women's singles belt and tag team belt so closely woven due to the size of the women's roster here. Of course, with Xander Enterprise no longer being a tag team, there are more women now than ever that haven't been in a tag team.
Well, yeah, Nancy Valentine, that's a good point, Erwin. Nancy Valentine and the Fox, the current women's tag team champions, knows they have somewhat of a bullseye on their back with that much sought after, illustrious tag team championships around their waist. Now we know this one's a factor with Nancy Valentine, the protege of the Fox. Confirmed by multiple sources. 5'2" and 109 pounds. Nancy Valentine has learnt well from the Fox. Long Island, New York, from Foxy Valentines that are now two-time women's tag team champions. Nancy Valentine yet to hold a singles title.
Well, look at that. Snake spent that long talking out here about Vega that Fox actually managed to get time to get changed and come back out here.
Well, that's just because he was impassioned about his client's needs and message.
That wasn't even a joke about how long women take to get changed. That was just a general note. I mean, no matter how long that took her, it was within the time that Snake spent blabbing.
Do you want the shovel you have, or should I get you a bigger one from the bag?
It's true force. It's Diana Simmons.
Well, this is normally your shtick. I'm new to this.
6'1" and 230 pounds. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. A former women's tag team champion. A former three-time women's heavyweight champion. The Brazilian behemoth.
200 days she spent as women's champion. 57 days with the tag belts.
121 pounds heavier than her opponent here tonight, Erwin. That's quite a number.
And it could be a big factor if Nancy Valentine does not act fast against Diana Simmons. Of course, Diana Simmons isn't slow for her size. But I think Nancy Valentine is going to have to be that little bit quicker.
Valentine and Simmons, here we go.
Both with their team members at ringside. Nancy Valentine not looking good off the get-go here.
Oh, there we go.
Huge arm drag.
Big arm drag by Simmons off the rope. Oh, and a leg drop right over the neck of Valentine.
Look at this, Fox already getting involved. This is the thing when managers are ringside.
Well, yeah, the Fox clearly trying to keep an eye on their #1 protege.
Russian leg sweep.
Yet to be seen if the Fox is going to be training any other potential EFW hopefuls. This is the first student as far as I'm aware.
Oh, what a DDT.
Tremendous DDT, got all of that.
Leaping right up to that 6'1" head.
Didn't have much of a choice considering the size difference between these two ladies, but Nancy Valentine for springing a step, showing no fear against the bigger athlete here tonight against the ropes. Oh, Lufez. Well, unorthodox, but it's working. Kind of there by Simmons. Will not appreciate that kind of attack, I can promise you that. Big chop across the chest, blocked by Simmons. Hard forearm. That's more like it. By the behemoth, jawbreaker by Valentine.
But then again,
drop kick.
This is the speed. This is exactly what I was on about. This is the way David beats Goliath in this kind of case. She has to stay on top of her. Of course, Fox has already helped her out in this match, though. That has made a difference.
Good call. Oh, arm breaker there by Valentine.
Yeah, boot to the face combo there. Valentine now toying with Diana Simmons. I don't know how wise that was.
Yeah, there was shoulder wrench, I think. During that taunt by Valentine, big crossbody, got all of that as well. Shatopa's down. First count, not even a 2. Simmons, defiant, will not go down easy, and this is not a good idea by Nancy Valentine. Diana Simmons, look at her face. Oh, what an uppercut by Valentine.
Surprisingly ready. Simmons sends her to the outside.
Well, this is impressive by Nancy Valentine. She has just picked up one of the biggest victories of her career in that triple threat, and perhaps that's given her an extra dose of confidence, and she had enough of that already.
I was thinking about something off the apron, but yeah, changed her mind. Perhaps not wanting to collide with Fox.
I think she was going for a sunset flip there, and Diana Simmons just outpowered Valentine, and now the veteran on the outside capitalizing on Nancy Valentine, taking her down on that wafer thin mat. Oh God, right into that steel barricade.
Fox getting concerned for her tag team partner. I mean, let's not forget, these two have their titles to defend next week.
Great point, but if she gets involved in this matchup, she will run the risk of Nancy Valentine being disqualified by a senior official who's keeping a sharp eye on her manager there. Stomped to the midsection there by Simmons, who now knows this may be her moment to strike.
Scary thought, 6'1" going to the top rope.
Oh, messes with the crossbody, rolled out the way does Valentine. Oh, what a slap. Sheer arrogance by Nancy Valentine there. Hard left hand.
Oh, and here we go.
Oh, Nelson.
Bomb converts. Valentine's bow locked in tight.
Beautiful maneuver by
Simmons.
Nancy Valentine.
This huge frame of Simmons, though,
what a counter.
Worked to her advantage before in that maneuver. Valentine
Russian
trying to catch her, did not.
Rolled out the way, used those big legs, as you quite rightly said, Erwin. Counters hard with that Russian leg sweep, and immediately the Brazilian. Oh, wait a minute. Valentine caught the foot. Oh,
what action here tonight.
What a corkscrew. Neck wrench. Knee wrench.
Oh, but again.
Gather again by Simmons. Hard forearm.
Oh, this could be a game changer.
Oh, torture rack.
But again, Fox catching the attention of Diana Simmons here. Perhaps not enough, though.
Yeah, clearly clutching the ribs there. Diana Simmons took her own dose of punishment in this one. Has already missed with one top rope manoeuvre. Will she hit a second attempt?
Putting it all on
Goes
the
for the
line.
crossbody. This one connects. Goes for the pinch at top is there. 2. No!
How did Valentine manage to get Diana Simmons off her in time?
She seems to still have a string left.
Dodges a
Cuts.
cutter. And just sweeps the feet with a ferocious kick.
Unbelievable counter of the diamond cutter. Gets Simmons back on the mat. Goes for a pin, surely not enough. Got a 2. Kick out by Simmons. What a matchup.
Match indeed. Diana Simmons though reversing.
These ladies showing exactly why they were considered to be potentially the top tier in the women's rankings for the third time tonight. Simmons goes to the top rope. Hit once, missed once. Big elbow connects. Right to the skull, goes to the pin.
That could be it.
Yeah, no! How close was that? How close was that by the behemoth?
And somehow Valentine resisting, getting the shoulder
Connors,
up.
inverted DDT by Valentine. Goes to the pin herself, the top is down again. Not even a 2.
Yeah, has not wasted the energy she expected to of Diana Simmons here. No, she's back in, but still in a fight.
Counter after counter after counter.
Oh, another Valentine ball.
Yeah,
setting
again.
it up right in the
Ralston,
middle
there
of
we
the
go.
ring.
Scissors both the arms, going for that deadly submission, and that's
it.
it. Finally, Simmons cannot stand no more, and Nancy Valentine has just beaten this behemoth by a submission. That is huge for Nancy Valentine.
Well, yeah, but how much is this playing into the favour of Nancy Valentine? I mean, you've got to consider that now she is still in the rankings for the women's solo title, but her title as tag team champion is for definite on the line. She could find herself pulling double duty here.
Well, this is a risk that all these women run, Erwin, who compete in both divisions. They are given the choice by Adrian Goldman, and if they want to run double duty, that is their choice as competitors. And speaking of competitors, what a match this was between Nancy Valentine and Diana Simmons. Both ladies hitting hard.
Oh, wait a minute, it's Chase! What the hell? Chase is here! Chase is...
Going for a shot on Nancy Valentine. This could be a big mistake.
Fox is in there. Roundhouse kick. Well, Chase's assault.
I think Alice Young got in at the
deadly
end
mistake,
there.
perhaps, as it turned into a 3-on-1 against the Outlaw.
Well, yeah, Alice Young staring them down there as they roll out the ring. I mean, I'm not quite sure if she was showing respect or not there, but some crazy going on in the women's division nonetheless, as we would expect. Is all heated up here tonight.
Yeah, three incredibly competitive matches, 3 potential show stealers, and we've still got 2 more matches here tonight on a manic Mayhem. Tonight, coming up next, our first of our 2 main events, it's going to be Louis Richardson versus GBH, an Extreme Rules match, a #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship on the line.
A dream match, if you ask me. What a match this could be.
Unquestionably, I mean, one for the purists, one for the hard hitters, one for the love of hardcore, one for the love of N.E.W, 2 of the founding blocks. We've talked about that a lot tonight, but Louis Richardson and GBH, 2 veterans of the N.E.W, veterans of the locker room. Many thought GBH was retired and he was done, but he's come back on a mission, on a quest for Cowboy Roy's Intercontinental Championship, but he has to get through the 6-time United States champion Louis Richardson's first. 5'8", 206 pounds from Toronto, Canada. Along with those 6 US titles, he has a Cruiserweight Championship to his name, but this is for the Intercontinental Championship, a quest that Louis Richardson has held dear for a long time, Erwin.
Yeah.
Will Richardson have enough tonight to beat GBH and put him down once and for all?
Louis Richardson spent 193 days as US champion, so he knows what it takes to be a champion and defend it. But he has never held the Intercontinental title, and what a reign GBH had as champion.
Oh, absolutely. Tremendous, groundbreaking Intercontinental Championship run. Many said it revitalised GBH's career, but if you talk about workhorses, you look no further than Louis Richardson, a man who would justifiably wear that Intercontinental Championship with pride. GBH has returned. Many thought they would never see it happen. That cocky strut to the ring, 6'2", 500 pounds of absolute pure attitude. This Belgrade Bear is back.
Was ready to retire before he won that Intercontinental Championship, held it for 168 days, lost it to Cowboy Roy, fought and fought to get it back, could not. We all thought he'd gone once again, but that was not the case. He returned to attack Cowboy Roy and now finds himself in the #1 contendership match for the Intercontinental Championship. Louis Richardson and GBH, this is going to get ugly.
Chitopa rings a bell. Richardson with the quicker start to this one with a hard knee to the head of GBH. Both these guys in terrific ring condition. Arm breaker there by GBH. Hard clothesline to Richardson. And they're going for the patented GBH neck red jersey. No one does it better than the man himself.
Just working over Louis Richardson here, who seemed to have the upper hand to begin with, but it's quickly turned around.
What a super kick by GBH, who doesn't seem to have lost a step here. Richardson not been in action for a while either.
No, of course, that match in which he won to get to this point.
Had shot with that ladder.
His first match in quite some time.
GBH, oh dear lord, a second shot. Of course, there's extreme rules, this is all legal here. And now continuous shots to the knees and the midsection of Louis Richardson by GBH, who is feeling confident. I think it's fair to say the former Intercontinental Champion here tonight. Club to the back.
He has rocked Louis Richardson here, but Richardson trying to fight back.
Hard shot with a knee. What a shot with a left hand by GBH.
To that 500 pounds, 300 pound near advantage. Just shrugging off Louis Richardson there. Gaining the advantage once more. Oh, what a kick. Louis Richardson back barely off the mats on the outside.
Yeah, kick to the head, kick to the spine, and vice versa by GBH.
Oh wait, this is not getting good. This is getting further from the ring here.
Well, we're on that steel ramp now, that unforgiving steel.
Thankfully, going back the other way.
GBH thinks better of it, knowing Richardson being the technical wrestler that he is, could counter him at any moment. Gets back to the relative safety, and I say relative, folks, of those wafer thin mats. It's a concrete floor under those mats. It's not pretty for those guys out there, I can promise you.
Hang on.
GBH tries to slow this one down to his pace, and Richardson counters there with the arm drag.
Sweeps the leg.
Oh, that's some great wrestling there by Louis Richardson. Sound technician.
Back here. Sending GBH back in the ring.
Arguably, some would say one of the best technical wrestlers in N.E.W. today, Louis Richardson.
And again, I would say that GBH probably has the advantage for the extreme rules. Louis Richardson will probably prefer to keep this in the ring if possible.
Well, yeah, it really is a technician versus the brawler. Richardson versus GBH. Right now, the technician has the upper hand.
Well, look at the strength once more from GBH.
Yeah, that's another factor. The sheer power of GBH.
Richardson's trying to stay back on him though. Oh, again.
A muscular 500 pounds. And a scrap of fat on him. Oh, club to the spine.
GBH is lean and mean. But Both of these men have that Intercontinental gold in mind. Louis Richardson going up top, high risk.
Going airborne, high risk.
Elbow connects right into
goes
the
straight to a
heart.
pin. Only a 1. And barely. GBH still in this by a long way.
GBH. Threshold for pain.
Oh,
Legendary here in N.E.W.
hang on.
The cowboy stuff of legend is what fueling on GBH. Revenge against the man who took 6 months of this man's career.
Oh, just shoving Louis Richardson to the mat, body barging him time and time again.
Well,
here.
of course, it's almost like those Samoan chops by GBH here to Richardson.
Just using his
It's all
body as
just
a weapon.
old school here by the veteran, just dissecting the body and the head of Richardson. Who finally manages to counter with the jawbreaker. That's classic GBH. Finding a move that works and just continue to hit it until your opponent can't stand. Russian leg sweep, is that enough? No, not even a 2. Richardson kicks out 1.9.
Determination himself.
But that might have just knocked it right out of him. What a knee!
Well, shades of Harley Race with that hard knee to the head.
GBH reminding us how he finishes matches. Cobra clutch slam.
Shades of Slaughter. The moves of an icon, the reputation to match. GBH will face the cowboy.
Gets his opportunity match, and it's
My
been a while
God.
since we've seen those two go at it.
We
What a
will see
match.
it one more time at least though in
Yeah.
GBH versus Cowboy Roy, the biggest rivalry arguably in N.E.W. history, will write yet another chapter.
And who'd have thought it? And the question is, what kind of match is it going to be? They've been through pretty much every meat grinder Adrian Goldman can think of.
The road to revenge is almost complete for GBH. One more match will do it. 2 more matches will win him the gold. GBH looked freakishly focused here tonight and made relatively quick work over a 6-time United States champion, Owen. Big victory for GBH.
What a huge return for GBH here.
Tremendous matchup.
Ranting and raving in the ring there.
Screaming about wanting the Cowboy's blood. Quote, said he would trample on the Texan's hat. And we all know that's fighting words for the Cowboy.
Well, of course, we now take a look back before we step into the main event and see how Juan Gonzalez managed to get here and face Sean Stevenson, the champion. Strong. Talia grabs the head. Oh, just utilising the ropes to springboard Gonzalez into the middle of the ring. Gonzalez fighting back though. Drop kick. Blocks a blow. Springboard drop kick. Oh, but Talia is still fighting back. Neckbreaker. Sledgehammer. Gonzalez blocks though. Hurricane Rana. Again, trying to fight through. Just stay on top of Talia. Holds on. He's looking for the best too.
Enziguri there. The chance for some big capitalisation here. Goes for it again. Oh, a brainbuster. A huge brainbuster. Could be the end of this match. Using the ropes. And wins. Again, it's Extreme Rules, so it wouldn't even matter if Shitoka saw it.
There you have it. That is how we reach our main event tonight. What a match this is set up to be. Of course, if Juan Gonzalez beats Sean Stevenson here tonight, he will get an N.E.W. UK title shot. What an opportunity this could be. And it seems that he has not come alone. He has brought his tag team partner and their manager to ringside. Juan Gonzalez here, set to face off against the UK champion, Sean Stevenson.
There's Juan Gonzalez, a veteran of N.E.W. Chihuahua, Mexico, from Los Luchadores. It's been one of those nights, really, hasn't it? We've had the new breed and the old, and if you talk about history in the tag team division, you look no further than Los Luchadores. 5-time tag team champion is Juan Gonzalez, along with his brother, former cruiserweight champion.
A lot of legends have been on display tonight.
225.6. Meet Sean Stevenson, 5'11", 220. Hollywood, California, former UK champion. Current UK champion. And a former tag team champion.
With a swagger on his way to the ring.
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since he's won this United Kingdom Championship, Sean Stevenson, who was the undoubted underdog in that matchup, has been unbearable. I mean, look at that robe. It's a little bit ostentatious, wouldn't you say, Owen? A little bit flashy.
I think pompous could be a good word for it.
Have you ever seen a man let a title go so far to his head?
Well, of course, he was a member of TMDC, so riches have always been on Sean Stevenson's mind.
Well, fatter paycheck comes with a title, that's for sure. Juan Gonzalez and Stevenson tying up here. Hammerlock there by Gonzalez. I don't think Sean Stevenson wants to get into a mat wrestling match against Gonzalez. Oh, hard elbow. And a belly to belly. Sean Stevenson talking some trash to the outside.
Well, Gonzalez rocked a little here.
To Gabriel. Oh, fireman carry there right over the shoulders. Ran absolutely, that's absolutely rocked, but absolutely fighting back.
Hurricane Rana.
What a Hurricane Rana by Juan Gonzalez. Kick to the spine. And the veteran now back on the attack.
Oh, Stevenson,
shot by Stevenson. What a response by the champion. Scoop slam. Bomb.
Crowd not liking when the champion's in control here tonight. Not a fan of Sean Stevenson. They are a fan of Los Luchadores.
Yes, they are. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and the fans absolutely love them for it. Runs the ropes.
Oh, look at this.
On the shoulders. Oh, what tremendous strength by Gonzalez. Oh, it's like a calf buster there.
Tying up that arm. Armbreaker.
Tremendous armbreaker there by Juan Gonzalez.
Trying to take the pace back here.
Yes. Slowing things down to his own pace. The legendary luchador with a stiff knee to his gut for his trouble. Sean Stevenson now, a swinging neck breaker, trying to gain some of the momentum back in this one.
Wasting a bit of time taunting, yeah, could pay.
Gonzalez picking himself up with the ropes, getting pushed right back down. And Stevenson runs him. Oh! Big knee right across the back of the head there.
Well, let's face it, Stevenson, apart from the Falls Count Anywhere match, well, he went through a tournament before that.
DDT, that's true.
He has earned that title, even though he didn't have to defeat a champion to get it.
A good point, Erwin. I mean, Sean Stevenson was an underdog, but undoubtedly he earned that title. Russian leg sweep by Juan Gonzalez. The veteran goes for a pin, not even a 2. Stevenson has looked impressive in this match so far against the veteran Juan Gonzalez. That drop kick to the spine of Stevenson, continuing the attack.
Yeah, Juan's starting to pick up a bit of speed here.
Top here, beautiful. Superbly executed by Juan Gonzalez. Did I get that one right?
I think you did.
Woohoo!
Juan Gonzalez, oh, what a chop.
Jawbreaker. And another belly. Well, double S. He's looked impressive against the veteran Juan Gonzalez here tonight again. Surprising a few people, including myself, I have to say. Arm drag.
Oh, what a reversal!
Enziguri. A reversal into a reverse Enziguri. The airtime Juan Gonzalez got to hit that kick. Goes for a pin, not even a 2. Again, Sean Stevenson showing that extra layer of resilience. Kicking out after 1, a big drop kick again to the spine by Juan Gonzalez. But remember this, Erwin, Sean Stevenson doesn't need to win this match. Juan Gonzalez does if he wants a title shot.
That's very true.
Kick to the gut, sorry.
Stevenson, regardless of this match, still walks out champion. It just depends whether he has someone to contend for it or not. Yes, exactly. Oh, but it's coming back here against Juan now. Big suplex, but I don't think that's going to be enough. It isn't.
No, it's back and forth between these two men. Both men still jockeying for position. Oh, arm breaker there by Juan Gonzalez. Backdrop to Stevenson.
Hey, Gonzalez
looking for that one.
Quickly pulling this back.
The one game changer. Could this be it? Holding on.
Oh, yes, it could be.
It could definitely be that moment. The second. Can he hold on? Yes, it is. Made famous by the late great Eddie Guerrero. The Three Amigos. Arriba! Love that maneuver.
Now looking to put the exclamation mark on this matchup. And Gonzalez. Oh, traditional Gonzalez buster, hanging him on that bottom rope. Extra effect, but has to drag him away. Going for a pin.
Is that split second enough? 2.
No! At the last millisecond, Sean Stevenson got that shoulder up.
I think Juan Gonzalez clearly had to move Sean Stevenson to get that pin, and those extra precious few seconds was enough for Sean Stevenson to recover.
Oh, hang on.
Can he counter?
He does. Has him up on his shoulders.
By Stevenson, guillotine by Double S, who looked like he was in a world of trouble mere seconds ago. Tremendous ring presence, tremendous strength.
Huge forearm. DDT
by the UK champion, goes for a pin.
No.
Rope breaker win.
Yeah.
Good call by Shatope.
Sean Stevenson in a fury here. Juan Gonzalez thought he had it done when it came to that Gonzalez buster, but it wasn't quite enough to put Stevenson away here.
Stevenson with those big elbows. Once again stalking Juan Gonzalez.
What's he looking for here?
On the shoulders he goes. Oh! Modified follow-away slam.
Going for a pin.
2.
No!
The Stevenson slam. Nothing fancy about it, but it's effective, and they got a 2.9 over the injured, the hurt Juan Gonzalez, who barely got his shoulder up, Erwin. Stevenson could smell blood in the water. High risk again.
If he hits this though, it could be over.
You could be right.
Oh, misses the double axe handle.
Gonzalez
Oh,
with an
enziguri.
enziguri.
What a kick by Juan Gonzalez, Erwin.
Knocked the senses out of Sean Stevenson here.
Did he hit a home run? No. Close but no cigar. 2.9 again. Patented GB8 neck wrench. What a main event. What a mayhem.
Has become too close to call here. Sean Stevenson and Juan Gonzalez.
In the corner goes Stevenson. Juan countered though. With an arm drag by Stevenson to get the veteran on the mat. Picks him back up by his head. Misses with a cutter though. What a counter by Gonzalez. Arm drag by Stevenson. What a counter by Stevenson. What a flurry by these men. Stevenson goes for a pinch. Topa's down. 2. No.
Only a 2.
Sweet Jesus. Sick. I hope you're recording this.
What a main event.
Dear Lord, what a match.
Misses the cutter.
Again. Counters again the cutter.
Going for a powerbomb. No. Arm drag
What
from
a
Sean
counter.
Stevenson.
Counters the powerbomb into an arm drag. Atomic leg drop right across the windpipe. As Juan Gonzalez, big fist to the head.
Another falling fist of Sean Stevenson.
Follows up with those hard elbow strikes. Right to the temple of Juan
Going
Gonzalez.
for another pin here. Kick out again from Juan Gonzalez.
Of course, Juan Gonzalez will have that slight advantage with that mask going. I mean, Sean Stevenson will not know how much damage he has done to the legendary luchador. Big clothesline, goes for a pin. Could that be enough?
Not
No.
enough.
No, it's not. Chitopa again with a very close count. Misses with a drop kick. Stevenson got out the way. Juan losing a step or two after the attack. Stevenson, what a DDT. Ungodly DDT. Stevenson splash. There it is.
He's not done there though.
The double S. The SS pin. Stalks his prey
Going
again.
for it.
There it is. Connects. 4th slam in a match. Finally enough to put the veteran away. What a main event that was.
Absolutely.
What a victory for Sean Stevenson.
Absolutely incredible. Juan Gonzalez threw everything he could. Sean Stevenson, the UK champion, no longer has a #1 contender, and the search begins once more.
What does that mean for the United Kingdom title? What does that mean for N.E.W? A wily veteran, Juan Gonzalez, threw everything but the kitchen sink at Sean Stevenson tonight, but this young man, it's pretty clear, is on a roll at the main event, and with his hand raised, what a victory for the United Kingdom champion.
Of course, we will be back once again tomorrow for Turmoil, midnight BST. Do not miss it. Thank you and good night.